If SMT5 Vengeance is going to be your first time playing SMT5 now that it's not locked to Switch and you want some small spoiler-free advice, then this video is for you. The first tip I have for you is to focus on one stat. It might sound strange, but in SMT5, when you level up, it automatically levels up a couple different stats of yours, and you get to focus on either strength or magic for your main damage output. And it might seem smart to do both so you can get a balance of each type of skills, but when you reach endgame, you're going to notice that you're lacking in both sorts of damage since you could have put those points into one of them. So it's overall better to just focus on strength or magic, and my personal recommendation is strength since that's where you're going to get the most damage out of. My second tip is to fuse demons away. This isn't like Pokemon where you want to keep your demons, or I guess your Pokemon, and upgrade them throughout the whole game. In SMT, you want to fuse them pretty much as soon as you can, so they level up quicker and get new abilities. And the more demons you have, the more you have in your compendium, which means the more available fusions for better demons later on. And of course there are some exceptions to this like Idun and Yoshitsune, but for the most part you'll want to do this. Alright, the third tip is how to recruit the demon teammates. You might be going in thinking the best way to recruit them is to be nice to them, which is the case for some of them, but for a lot of them you need to pay attention to how they act, and once you've figured out their personality, act accordingly to that, whether it means being rude or just choosing the funny or unexpected options. Alright, the fourth tip is combat order. It might be tempting to just have Naobino go first and all your demons that do less damage second, but the game allows for a little more strategy than that. For if you want to put a demon before Naobino that has buffs, so you can buff yourself before you attack, which can be very helpful for some bosses later on. Alright, and my final tip is to save before you fuse. If you don't mind save scumming, then saving before you fuse can be a really good investment since there's always a chance for something to go wrong, like a fusion failure, which means you get a random thing instead of what you thought you were going to get, which sometimes can be in your favor, but most of the time it won't be the case. So yeah, you should probably save before you fuse if you really don't want a fusion failure to happen. Alright, those are my 5 tips for before you play SMT5 Vengeance. If you found any of these useful, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe since it helps out the channel. And remember, stay daffy.